because there's so much going on. I'm gonna forget this stuff. We don't have time to write this stuff down, and everybody's saying, well, I hope you're writing this down. It's been so busy. We have like 2 minutes to sit down, eat, and then it's on to the next plan.
Hi, we're Mark and Mel. After raising 4 amazing daughters who are now raising our 12 grandchildren and helping people on land in the real estate business for over 30 years, we're now realizing our goal of a year-long adventure cruising America's Great Loop on our boat Paradise. This is a 6,000-mile journey through waterways that include the Atlantic and Gulf Intercoastal Waterways, Great Lakes, Canadian Heritage Canals, and inland rivers of America's Midwest cities. Join us as we navigate over 100 locks, explore cities large and small, and experience an unforgettable journey through America's Great Loop.
I mean, as soon as we started with this flotilla of 18 boats, we have been constantly working. You get up, it's cold, and you're running around grabbing lines, you're placing fenders because you know you're going to either bump into a wall and go through the locks, or you are going to raft up to the next boat and you are going to be rafting up to a different sized boat. So it is constant movement. I've run up and down stairs. When it's nighttime, I have never slept better for the last 3 days. Then you are constantly trying to figure out what next marina you're going to be at, because in this stretch there's not a lot of marinas. Like on Lake Michigan, there's a lot of marinas, but we wanted to get off Lake Michigan because the weather's turning there. It's October. No, maybe not.
No, right now it's supposed to be around, actually, I think the weather said around 60 today, high temperature, but it's sunny and there's almost no wind. That's the best part of it.
Yeah. So it's already starting to feel better because, you know, I'm feeling, everybody's feeling better. The people in front of us that we are with, they are a larger boat than us. We're one of the larger ones in this flotilla, and everybody's asking, all our friends are saying, why are you going with so many boats? Well, because everybody wanted to get off Lake Michigan. We were waiting for the 3 locks to be repaired. So once they were repaired, everybody was ready to go. And so we got in one of the largest flotillas in our group, who was great because the AGLCA, you know, cooperated with the Army Corps of Engineers so that we could get through, because commercial vessels, they
have priority.
They have priority.
So we have to wait for any commercial vessel. We have to wait for them to finish with them. Even if they show up like right after us, we don't go ahead of them. They say, nope, let the commercial people through. And a commercial vessel is usually what's called a tow. Basically a tugboat that pushes barges. And they're huge, these huge things, and going through a lock, a larger tow could take literally several hours to go through. So if you're having to wait for a commercial vessel that's just locking through, we had just yesterday, we had about a 3-hour wait in one lock for that very reason.
Yeah. And we were told by First Marina, oh my gosh, we were at a meeting for 2 hours, you know, with the representative, because his name's Jeremy at Heritage Harbor. It was a great place, and he had a meeting for all of us loopers right after they closed the restaurant for like 2 hours, basically giving everybody an outline of what to watch out for in the way of shallow areas on the waterways, and what marinas are good, what have facilities to take care of certain boats. So especially like us, the bigger draft and bigger boat, it's really good information.
You need 250 miles of range to get from Hoppy's Marina on the Mississippi River just south of St. Louis to the Kentucky River, Kentucky Lake on the Kentucky River, right now, because there was a gas marina at Paducah, Kentucky, on the Ohio River, which is along the way, and they don't have fuel for some, I guess it's something to do with some electrical power reasons, which would have made it a 200-mile gap with no fuel. But now that they're not available, or at least for fueling anyway, you need 250-mile range. We're fortunate enough that our boat has double that, so that's not a concern for us at all. But for a lot of boats, they can't quite make it 250 miles on fuel, or on even with full tanks. So.
Right. And there's also some areas like that don't have any marinas, so he told us about areas behind dams that were okay to anchor. So when you want to anchor out, that's a really important thing to do, because you got to consider where you be out of the waterway and away from barges. I mean, I think I got on video, I'm going to look for it, but I think I got on video one of the boats that anchored just waiting. We were there 3 hours waiting for big barges to get through, and his anchorage wouldn't come up, and we were anchored away out of the channel. But oh my gosh, that barge got so close to that boat, it was scary. And you got to get out of their way, because it is much harder for them.
They can't stop. They can't turn. If they're going that way, they're going to continue going that way.
Yeah, you're going to run over. So I was really concerned for them. But that barge turned a little, and they were just far enough away that he missed them. And it was a scary moment. So there's some intense moments. You're enjoying the beauty and the scenery, and we're coming up on one lock. It'll be one lock today, but we've been through several of the new locks that were open, the repaired locks, all at once. So I have not had any time to edit, but we're taking video while we're doing all this in between, and we have people going, families saying, hey, can you get a video of the locks in that process? Well, we put the GoPro out, but we haven't had time to put the video together because we're running around the boat making sure nobody's running into each other, especially when it's windy. We saw some boats get caught up trying to get away from the gate. That was a mess. Some boats just got blown away when they tried to move their boat back away from the gates opening, and we had to just get out of the way. But we looked back, and the boats were all, because they were rafted together, all three of them just going out like sideways. So it's a lot of hands-on deck at that time. So we haven't been able to video that, but Mark put up the GoPro, so I'll be able to, we'll be able to edit that pretty soon, probably, once it settles down a little bit. Like, I'm thinking over the next couple days, right? It'll settle down a little. I don't know, we're ready
I have no idea.
We're ready to decompress. We are ready after 3 days of getting up early, sunrise, and getting going and doing all this with everybody. And I think that's why everybody's kind of dispersing right now and doing their own thing. So, but it's nice also to have the flotilla, because you can get a lot of feedback from everybody. You can be there to help. We help catch lines. They caught lines for us rafting up. This wall we just left, there's just no way I would have been able to get tie off to it, because it's not a cleat. They're like rings on this 100-year-old wall. So Henry Harbor, they ran out and they caught our lines and were really helpful. So kudos to Henry Harbor. And so we'll keep you updated as much as we can. I think we'll be able to do more now that it's settled down and we've got less locks to go through all at once. So we'll see what happens next. Do we even have a place yet that we know we're staying?
Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet.
Waiting for a phone call back, hopefully.
It's all good. So it's actually really nice out now, and it's actually getting warmer. It's been really cold and damp.
Here we are at the Peoria lock. Gonna go down around 14 feet, I understand. And we've been told that since there's only 3 boats in here, our friends Great Escape and Lucky and Chicklet over there, we can just float. We don't have to tie off or anything. This will be a first for us. That was my first mate / Admiral Mel there that went through the frame. Definitely headed down now, a good 6 feet or so. You can tell by that water line over there. To about 14 feet down to the river below on the other side. There's the dam side of the Peoria Lock and Dam. Over there. And that's a wicket. I believe it's Wicket Dam, where it's just a big panel that he raises and lowers. It pivots up and down, and when the water's high enough, they actually lower it, and the boats can avoid going through the lock completely. They just drive right down the river there, right above where the dam is up now, but it will be down, of course, when water level's up. And I understand this area just downstream of it there is a great anchorage. A good place to anchor as long as the boats aren't coming through over the dam.
So we are, where are we now? We are at the Quiver Island anchorage. And just anchored with all these lovely boaters alongside of us outside the plant there, but everybody is very quiet. This is like one of the quietest places we've been so far, and looks like we are in about 10 feet of water. Looks like the anchor really got a good hook there. But as we were boating down the Illinois River in this section with all these trees, there was just spider webs everywhere. They were like flying spider webs. And then some of them got on the boat, so I just cleaned off the railing. But also some people took their dinghy out and went to boat down there, and I think they had a flying carp that almost jumped in their boat. The girls screamed. But sunset is coming up, and you're gonna get some good sleep here. Calm, no real winds. It's supposed to get a low wind here tomorrow, so we'll leave early so we won't deal with that. But it's pretty warm too. So it's a nice evening, and I'll figure out, don't have power, but we've got our own water, got a generator if we need it, and it's all good. So we can watch the stars tonight.
Our very first anchorage on Paradise. I don't know how well this will come out. It's actually quite dark already. Moon up there. It looks like about almost exactly half a moon. I don't think you can tell on the video.